All right, where's my chat? Here's my chat.
Just a little laggy.
Oh, I can see your mouse now too. Or your
You,
cursor. That's
you
what I meant.
shouldn't.
No,
You
I
shouldn't see.
can see it now.
You can.
Yeah.
All right, who's it circling
Natsuki.
now?
Yuri.
All right, cool.
Alright, you gotta click the gibberish to start.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Venno though.
Vendo's playing Among Us, I thought.
Oh, he is. Oh, never mind. All right.
He's a stupid hoe.
Yeah, just start it.
All
I
right.
feel like we're missing someone in this home screen.
I wonder who it could be.
The pixelated one is like squares of like everyone else. I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Like, this part is her. This part is her. This part. Most of it is her. Um. Not English. Oh wait, hang on. Did I fill up my water bottle? I did not. I'm gonna go do that so I don't.
This is a great line to start ahead.
I will be back in about 10 seconds. Like 30 seconds.
Okay, Pierre, can you hear us?
This
Excellent.
would be so good. Just Monica.
Just Monica. Do you think he's gonna get through the whole thing tonight?
I feel like, okay, I really don't think this half is gonna be 4.5 hours. I can see how long it is.
Dude, I barely remember anything from after the halfway point. From like this point onward. Just remember it eventually becomes, obviously, the thing. Welcome back, Pierre.
But, oh, hi. How'd you know
Hi.
I was back?
I heard little noises like, I don't know, background noises, like a chair moving maybe.
Okay. Alright. Unenunciable gibberish. You guys can still see, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Oh, this is the first scene again. The girl is... error has occurred. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. If she's gonna chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. This is all the same thing again. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let system error catch up to me. Oh, jeez. It's an ordinary school day like any other. What was that? Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Okay, I think this line of dialogue is new. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. This is the same thing as day one. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. Guess I'll have no choice but to start with the anime club. Pure? Oh, system error. Oh, okay. Monica. Totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? It has. Smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Ooh, so is this like alternate timeline territory? Because in the first round, Sayori was the one who talked to us.
Perhaps.
Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? Guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit. You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how you prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature... Oh, jeez. A literature club. That gave me like a mini heart attack. Literature? Sounds kind of dull. I mean, clearly the game knows how to make literature interesting by everything that's happened so far. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Oh, so this is a timeline where she never existed? It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything, reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Pierre. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you might do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Alright, so good thing to note that even in alternate timelines, we still get roped into this. Please? I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, you know that? Of course I am, and totally didn't get someone killed last time. Totally didn't get someone killed. Shall we go then?
Who were you talking about?
I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. See? Place importance on me. I'm the main character. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Oh no. I timidly follow Monica around the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. And I about had a seizure.
There's gonna be a lot of that, so.
A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? This is all the same stuff. Way to kill the... That's the same line! Alright, don't be mean. But anyway, welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls, exactly like it was last time. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she was probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Okay, it's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Pure in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know, sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it takes school events like the festival much more important. Okay. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Pierre, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read over the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I mean, I guess this game kind of threw me for a loop, if that's what you're alluding to. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. You suit your personality. Is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Man, do I have a genre for you. It's called isekai. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give it back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? I guess sometimes, I suppose. Insert Beatrice here. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them.
I feel like
not
I've
a very...
seen this before.
What?
I said I feel like I've seen this before.
I feel like, yeah! I feel like I've read all of this before. It's just, there's something that just feels like it's not here.
Something's just missing.
Can't quite put my finger on what that is.
It feels like something is, you know, supposed to be here, and it's just not.
That's crazy.
Crazy, man. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have experience writing too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. Guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence. I just got an idea. How about this? Look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go. Oh, am I gonna have to do this again?
Yes.
Man! Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to... What? What, Matt?
Did she, though? If I remember correctly, I don't think she was the vice president last time.
She wasn't. Well, what am I thinking of in terms of stories where I feel like I've seen this before, where like a story like begins anew, but like something is clearly different than what happened before, and one of the characters breaks down the wall.
I'm assuming figuratively speaking.
Yeah, but I feel like I've seen this before, like in another story.
That's crazy.
I can't think of what it was on my life, but I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take, even though I still signed up for nothing. Hold on, there's still one problem. Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Don't do it, kid. We've been through this before, kid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4.
I wonder where you could get a 4th.
I'm trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, and I'm defenseless. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these girls, right, I've decided then. I will join the literature club, thinking with the downstairs and not the upstairs, as always. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Really? You really mean that? Sure! What could go wrong? It could
Absolutely
be fun, right?
Nothing.
Nothing could possibly go wrong. You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super angry. I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You are truly amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time. Okay. I feel like you could have phrased that sentence a little better to not be implicative, not to imply. Okay. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Remember tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Pierre, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah, about that. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between these 3 girls. Yuri, of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
yes, I do need to click yes, right?
Yes.
Dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost looking for an exit. I wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side or to a wall or anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. Lungs were already getting tired. I cannot scroll, so I assume this is it. We're missing something on the... So I still don't get the president as a choice? In this alternate timeline?
I guess so.
Alright. This one should be a lot easier, though, because it's happy words or sad words. Let's go with candy. Sensation. Nope, that's the wrong word. Kawaii. Here. Fluffy. Fantasy. Skipping. Treasure, do waterfall, sparkle, set, dance. Just good. Nope, that was that one. Melody. Sugar. Awesome. Imagination. Who's ice cream? Your ice cream. Okay. Shiny. What happens if I pick this word this time?
Well, let's find out.
That one jumped.
Logical.
I thought that was the logical choice last time. Hello again. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back. I was the last one to come in, and so everyone is already hanging out. Oh no! That's not good. This feels like chapter 6 of DGR2, Danganronpa 2, all over again. Where like everything
was that? Was that the Nagito chapter?
No, it's chapter 6. It's the last chapter. Where everything everything goes all glitchy.
Yep.
I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh jeez. I'm so jumpy now after just what happened last time. Oh come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Okay, excuse me, you're blocking the text box? I can't read.
Natsuki, you, I'm assuming? Certainly?
Certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the classroom. Oh my gosh. Alright, someone did not design this very well. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Of course it is. It's a book, therefore it's literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry. We'll make sure to put your comfort first. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything. It's not like that. I just want to try and be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Reaches into her bag, pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading very much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. Am I gonna get the same cutscene too? She's to be annoyed by something. As I approach her, in case she needs a hand. Looking for something. Excuse me? Also, why is it black outlined and a different font and it trails off the text box? She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. Lone volume of manga, missed stack of books. Curious to pull it out of the stack. There it is. Snatches it out of my hand. Turns the box of manga and slips the volume right back into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is irritating. I know that feeling. I get a closer look at the box. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass. Okay, she already said this last time. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was a tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing. Oh dear. That is not okay. In fact, first volume of the box, I'm going to show you exactly why. Shoves the book into my hands. Stare at the cover. Well, we've seen this before. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Grabs my arm, pulls me out of the closet. We can put a joke there if we wanted to. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there, and then the walls fall away and it ends up being the seat of a police car. Wouldn't chairs be more affordable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Crosses her arms, scoots an inch away from me. I didn't expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before she inches closer again. Feel her peering over my shoulder. It's been so long since I read it from the beginning. You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet. But a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of a plot. And this scene again. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read, well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with everyone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Not. I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, "Hey, you haven't grown out of that yet?" Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. I knew those kinds of people when I was like 10. I have a story about that later that I can tell later, but it would take too long to tell now. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Pretty accurate. Which part? I mean, I feel like I can't keep it... Okay. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. It's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So?
I can't believe you just skipped over that part.
Skipped over what part?
The part where she did her dad and beat the shit out of her.
Because, like... I mean, I've been skipping a lot of those,
That's crazy, though. Where did that come from?
What? She said her dad didn't like it the first time, though, right?
Yeah, and now he said that he would beat the shit out of her. Gotta connect the dots here, bro.
I feel like you're connecting them for me. Are you gonna keep reading, or what? Yeah. I flipped the page.
What a great scene, by the way. She's adorable.
I could make a joke here, but I've already made enough jokes in that caliber. I'm not going to. Natsuki's strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Oh, jeez. That's not good. Software glitch. Jeez, Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Reaches into her bag, pulls out some kind of protein bar, throws it in Natsuki's direction. Suddenly light up again. Snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give. Bleh. Doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, she's fine. She only about, got deleted from the server. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now?
Oh, we wait.
Yeah, we save.
Yes,
Now we wait.
I did save. Still says stopping recording.
Yeah, it'll. If you keep playing right now, it's gonna be like that for probably a long time.
Well, if you're the one recording this, not me, like, we can't have this laggy.
Yeah, which is why I suggested we take like a 5-minute break and like see if it.
All right, so you want me to just close the game?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I did save. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. All right.
Yay.
So.
Okie dokie Literature Club.
How's the weather?
It was pretty shit earlier.
So what happened? Like, the game closed itself, and I lost all of my data, but it saved the checkpoint.
I don't know. I think it was just a glitch. That's not something that was supposed to happen.
With all of the glitchy stuff that's going on, that's something that wasn't supposed to happen.
As in, what are we referring to?
When the game
crashed.
When
the game crashed, and then I loaded it back up.
Okay,
and
I
all
think
my save files.
I think all your saves files being deleted
I think that's normal.
was an intentional thing.
Yeah, that's normal.
And there's a reason for that, which we can explain after you finish it. But where the game actually crashed, that's not normal.
Okay, all right. It stopped recording.
Yay!
Let's close OBS. Steam, play. I open the game and it just says end. Oh shoot, that's not this. I've never gotten this before. Hold up.
What happened?
It's everyone, but they're all like black and white and look like sands. I
What?
launched the game and it immediately goes to this screen. Hang on. Let me stream it.
Bruh, what happened to your fucking game?
I have no clue.
Come on, stream load.
Come on, stream load.
Oh, that is not supposed to happen.
That's broken.
Yo. Do you think
Yeah, I can't click anything. I have to close it. I can't click anything. It doesn't
Yeah,
progress anything.
I've never seen that happen before.
I would assume in this case that
I
it's
would
like a
just
secret
close it and reopen it.
a secret opening image, because I know that like Five Nights at Freddy's has done that before, where like it's really really rare, but occasionally when you open the game, it'll show like some creepy ass image.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
That was crazy.
Let's try it
That shit was
again.
spooky.
Okay.
Is it normal?
It's normal so far.
Alright, stream again.
Okay.
Alright. Are we back? We're back! Load game.
Everything is normal again.
We're back! Alright.
We're back. After countless errors, my computer has just been destroying itself all day. Who should I show my poem to first, of all things? Let's go with Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, Ben, you're still recording, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in the effort. Hello. Having a good time so far? Yeah, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities, things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Yes. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? It's sort of it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. And Monica the poem, I like it. A lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez, oh no. It makes me kind of think of something Natsuki would write. Okay, we got this last time too, especially when we got that first scene. So take this as a compliment. If you say so, yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Aha! Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Ugh, that's not good. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Okay, that's really not good. You're like not
This
getting
is
the
dark.
nutrition you need. That's actually somewhat scary. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is okay. This is what I was just saying, is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know. You got it before I even said it. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. That's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Let's read it then. Alright, this is the exact same one that it was before. Very freeform. I'm not really the type of person to ask for feedback. Style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Who was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure how to put it, but I guess you could say I had some sort of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about super deep stuff like that because it's coming on kind of strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain is too fixated on a specific... Okay, this is the same thing as last time. Try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. In the same spot, you'll get a dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I have a theory on how that tip is actually significant in terms of the game, but that is entirely dependent on where I think the game goes from here. And I have a theory of where I think the game goes from here. But
What is your theory? I'm not going to give you a response. I just want to know what it is.
So the whole thing was, if you sit in a spot for too long, you'll just ruin it, like with the puddle of ink and everything. Like you'll never make it perfect. And so my theory is that what happened with Sayori is gonna happen again with a different character this time because Sayori's not here. And that's telling players, don't sit there and go back in your save files and make different choices. Just play through the game and then go back later and see what you can do different. Because that was the whole thing of, like, she said, don't, constantly go back, try and make it perfect. Don't do that. Just get something down and go with it. So that's my theory on where I think the game goes. If the game goes that direction from here, I think that tip makes a whole lot more sense. Because remember, her second tip is the whole thing about, like, save points. So I have a feeling, what if the first tip is meta-gamey too? Anyway, let's see Natsuki. Well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, rereads it. I don't feel like giving you my opinion because it's positive. This thing is sharing it in the first place. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want you to feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make you go, it's not that great. Let me show you what real literature looks like, and you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you liked it. Retort gets caught in her throat. Don't understand anything. I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. She must really hate me. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked it. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. It's the same one as last time. Told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But it isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Exactly. Did you read hit you hard like this poem? I feel like is this all the exact same dialogue we had before?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip all of this then. Stares at the poem. Minute passes. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. Thoughts into words. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Okay, this is the exact same dialogue as last time. Okay, we'll just skip this. Think about people like that. Sorry, fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki. Yuri, yours. It's the same ghost one as last time. Okay, there we go. I guess that's everyone. Okay. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than anticipated. Mediocre writing abilities. Literature club, sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. Mine's on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their perspective poems as they read in tandem. I watch each of their expressions change. Her own frustration. Your smile sadly. Say something. Oh, it's nothing. Returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Cute, fancy. Yep, we saw all this last time. What if I do auto?
It's super slow.
Oh, okay. Is this the same fight they had last time?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, this is where they fight over me. But this time she butts in instead of Sayori. Oh dear. Whoa, okay.
It cuts through skin like paper.
Faintly recalling that.
Oh yeah, some of that was a little different, right?
Yeah, very different.
I feel like I shouldn't have skipped that. I feel like that was kind of important. She toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Pure. She's just trying to make me look bad. Not true. Started it. Oh, okay. I didn't skip that.
Yeah, I know that purposely happens.
Okay. I did not skip that.
Yeah. Gotta pick someone now.
Oh, I couldn't. Last time I deflected. I can't deflect this time. Okay. This one is malnutrition. This one doesn't get enough food and is abused at home. This one abuses. In the spirit of the game, I have to at least attempt to avoid what happened last time. And so I feel like I 100% have to pick Yuri. My screen just glitched.
Did you click on it or did you hover over it?
I'm
No, it's
clicking
like-
Yuri,
okay.
and it's slowly like zooming in.
Yep.
This is normal, right?
Yeah. If there's anything
I'm
bizarre, it's normal.
I'm sure I want Yuri. I'm positive. I'm positive. I'm positive. I guess I don't have a choice. Huh? What? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? If this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend some time with you instead. So, alright. Fair strategy. Let the other two fight for the prize while you just run up and grab it from the pedestal. Suddenly Askew runs out of the classroom. Oh no. Quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. She's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said. Or did. Pure? Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow, completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Looks at me as if she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Pure. Okay, so now she's taking the opportunity to try and get with me. Just be embarrassing with you listening. Guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But oh dear. I didn't touch anything. I didn't touch anything. I didn't touch anything. It automatically skipped to this.
Okay.
Is it supposed to do that?
Anything that you see happen is supposed to happen.
Yeah, if
Unless my game crashes like it did last
Okay.
time.
No. Anything that happens now, from this point on, is supposed to be happening.
Okay. I have to pick again.